from a HiPipo perspective, where we talk about things like including everyone, and where every day of our lives we speak to a slogan of maximizing the digital dividend, I am happy to share with you a story of about 18 years ago, just 2 years after HiPipo was born. We made 20 years this January. I remember a friend of mine had a sister who studied in Bali, and whenever he had to send her some money, 20,000 shillings, he could go and buy airtime, a scratch card. I don't know whether many of you are old enough to remember scratch cards. And then he had a friend who was an agent, an airtime selling agent in Bali. So he could read the number on the scratch card and as such send 20,000 shillings to the agent. And the sister could always receive a maximum of 14,000 shillings, 6,000 being tax, because the agent has to sell the money, the airtime in bits and pieces. Today, when we're working with COMESA, especially with COMESA Business Council, we work in more than 21 countries in Africa and specifically in the COMESA region. And wherever we travel, I don't need to travel with a card or a checkbook to be able to make a payment. Rather, I am able to seamlessly use my mobile money account, whatever network I have, to pay anyone around in their local currency. Of course, it's still very expensive and it has some hurdles. I remember in 2009 when I was teaching in Makerere, the only way we could afford the internet was to sleep in the computer labs in Makerere and use the first internet after 11 p.m. in the night. By that time, we used to only have access to what they call dongles, or what you call modems, when you have a laptop. So you had to have two devices before you have internet. And the dongle was costing an estimate of about 300,000 shillings. And then a gigabyte of internet there by that time was at a minimum of 80,000 shillings. Today, the market has solutions that go as low as 2,500 shillings, but that can get lower, like as the Honorable Minister has mentioned. So when we come here to speak about the Middle East and Africa Digital Transformation Summit, we are speaking about creating interoperable synergies. There is creating synergies that don't connect seamlessly, but there is also where you have interoperability as a rail for ensuring that the synergies are automated, leveraging tools like AI, what we call artificial intelligence, of course machine learning, cryptography, blockchain and the likes, to ensure that we build interconnected communities and economies that help each one of us maximize our digital dividend. But also, as HiPipo, we brag so much for championing the advocacy for inclusive connectivity. So when we are speaking seamless connectivity and interoperability, we are convening for the Middle East and Africa Digital Transformation Summit in Uganda for the first time to ensure that we collaborate on building seamless, interoperable economies that allow us, among other benefits, to even travel to any of the Middle East and Africa Digital Transformation participants without needing to have a visa or receiving a visa on arrival, but also ensuring that if I am in Lusaka, if I'm in Lilongwe, and I'm using my Ugandan line to call, and someone calls me today, the status is that when I'm in Zambia and I'm using my Ugandan line, for whichever call I receive, I have to pay a minimum of 2,500 shillings and up to 4,500 shillings depending on the time zone. We want to come to a situation where all of us that are citizens to the region are able to seamlessly connect and affordably trade. For instance, COMESA alone today has more than 630 million people as registered members and citizens of this community. So there is quite a lot for us to look out for, and we welcome and thank you all to partner with us and support the success execution of the Middle East and Africa Digital Transformation Summit happening from the 25th to the 27th of June 2025. Thank you. God bless you.